Was given a nickname that is originally intended as a term of endearment, although by today's standards is probably not very politically correct, and that nickname was Black Man and Robin. Now, all this happens in like the span of 3 months. So, December 1966, they're running combat operations, and Robin Olds finally gets an idea of how to stop these new badass MiG-21s. By this point, Robin Olds is completely caught onto the MiG-21's entire strategy. They have zero interest in actually fighting with the F-4s, which is driving Robin Olds nuts because he's a World War II era fighter pilot. That's exactly the type of shit that he's into. These MiG-21 pilots, however, just want to go up there, use guerrilla warfare tactics where they just either hit the F-105s or don't hit the F-105s and just convince them to drop their payload prematurely and waste everybody's time and then take back off. The MiG-21s have zero interest in tangling with the F-4s, which Robin Olds interprets as, I need to force these MiG-21s to fight me. So how's he going to do that? Well, here's his plan. The reason the MiG-21s can identify the F-105s so efficiently is because the F-105s have a jamming pod on them that basically disrupts and interferes with the surface-to-air missiles down below. It messes up their radar so that the F-105s aren't going to get taken out by all the anti-aircraft stuff on the ground. Problem with that is that emits a frequency that the North Vietnamese can see. They then know that a bunch of F-105s are coming, so they scramble the MiGs. So Robin Olds decides, hey, let's take those jamming pods, mount them to mine and all the guys' F-4s, and then we'll fly there like we're F-105s in a bombing formation, and the MiGs will come attack us. And by the time they get close enough to realize that we're not F-105s, ideally, it's going to be too late. Yeah, the legendary World War II double fighter aces just went to the chain of command and requested permission to execute the old Wile E. Coyote in a sheep costume to catch the Roadrunner strategy. Now, probably going to work, but there are a bunch of problems with this idea. Biggest problem right out of the gate is this doesn't solve the issue with rules of engagement, because remember, you're not allowed to fire on the enemy until you have visual confirmation that it is your enemy, and by then, the MiG-21s have an edge in air-to-air combat. Okay, not a big deal though, because Robin has a two-step plan for that as well. Okay, step number one, he knows that they only have 12 to 16 MiG-21s, so he's just gonna roll in with 28 F-4s, okay? Just completely overwhelm them, even if they do have an edge in air-to-air combat. Okay, step number two, which is quite frankly the big ask, he wants the entire US military to shut down all air operations over Southeast Asia while he conducts this operation. He wants the Army, the Air Force, the Navy, the Marine Corps, none of them to have any birds in the sky whatsoever. And his reason for that is so that he can bypass the rules of engagement. You see, the only reason the